medicine is ready. But Rovel looks extremely sad because Elan's condition has become very serious. We see Elan, who has already finished making the medicine. Her father is holding her in his arms and says, "Elan, you have a really high fever. You worked way too hard. You shouldn't have pushed yourself like this, especially without eating or drinking anything." After that, the scene shifts and we see Elan lying unconscious on the bed while everyone else is standing nearby. Her mother is also there, and she says that somewhere deep down, she already knew this was going to happen to Elan. Even then, she let her do all this because she wanted to test Elan's abilities, but she admits that she shouldn't have done that. Then she apologizes to Rovel, saying, "I'm sorry, I made her do all this without telling you." Rovel doesn't say anything, he just keeps looking at Elan. After that, Ori speaks up and says, "But there's no need to worry, Elan will wake up soon. I need to go visit my sister now so I can learn more about Elan's abilities." Saying that, Ori leaves. The scene shifts again, and finally we see that Elan has regained consciousness. Her fever is gone, and she looks really happy about the medicine she made, but at the same time we see Rovel scolding her. He says, "How dare you work so much without eating or drinking anything? What if something had happened to you? What was I supposed to do then? Who told you to work this hard? You made everyone worry so much. Don't you care about me at all?" Elan apologizes and says that it won't happen again. But Rovel replies, "No, it will happen again. I know it." Elan doesn't say much after that and just asks how he can think something like that. Rovel then quietly sits down on the bed and says, "Elan, you really don't care about your old father, do you? How could you do this to me?" Just then, Ori comes back and asks, "What's going on here?" She then tells Elan that she no longer needs to hide her powers. She can use them openly, even in front of them. That way, she won't collapse again. After that, Ori asks her father what the problem is. Rovel says, "You know very well what I want, and yet you're still ignoring me." Suddenly, Rovel jumps up and clings to Elan, hugging her tightly and rubbing her cheeks aggressively. Then the scene shifts, and we see Elan arriving at Sovel's place along with her father, carrying the medicine. She tells him that the medicine is finally complete. Sovel is shocked and says, "Is that really true? Elan, you're amazing." Rovel agrees and says that Elan is truly incredible. After that, the scene shifts again, and we see everyone standing near the mine. Elan uses her magic and says that she will add diamonds and gold into the mine in such a way that it looks like they already existed there, but just hadn't been discovered yet. Everyone thinks this is a really good idea. Next, we see people starting the mining work. Sovel says that watching all this makes him really happy, because in the end, the mining didn't stop, and the people aren't upset. At the same time, we see Elan treating everyone one by one. She cures their illnesses and has already prepared many types of medicines, like painkillers, antidotes, and cough medicine. She provides all of this to the people. Sovel praises Elan again, saying that she has done an amazing job and that because of her, everyone is really happy. Then Elan says, "Father, uncle, there's one more thing I want to talk about." They ask her what it is, and she explains that she heard the town's church also works like a clinic, so she suggests that the medicine she made should also be sent there so they can help people without any trouble. Sovel asks Rovel what he thinks about it. Rovel replies, "What can I say? I don't have any problem with it. If you can do it without burdening yourself, then go ahead. Why would I stop you?" This makes Elan really happy. She runs up to Rovel, hugs him, and says that he's amazing and the best. After that, we're shown a scene of Raphaelia, who is sitting and studying. Her master asks what's wrong and whether she's sleeping instead of studying. The master comes closer, but Raphaelia clearly can't focus at all. She suddenly stands up and says, "That's enough. I've been watching you all this time. You people are absolutely useless." Saying that, she runs away. Her master tries to stop her, but Raphaelia doesn't listen. She opens the gate and leaves. She walks around and reaches the park where the prince is sitting. She says that she really misses the prince and starts remembering her past. She recalls how she was taken from her village to the palace. Back then, she had imagined so many things: that her mother wouldn't have to work anymore, that she would spend time with her parents, that she would get good food and live happily. But after coming here, nothing turned out the way she expected. Everything was the opposite. She was forced to study from childhood and was given many punishments she didn't deserve. Whenever she made a mistake, she was punished immediately. She was taught rigid rules about how a noble lady should behave. In short, her childhood was completely ruined. She wanted to live freely, but because of them, she was forced to do things she never wanted to do. This was never the life she expected. Later, when she goes back inside the palace, she hears people talking about Elan again. She gets angry and says, "Why is it always Elan, Elan, Elan? Get out of here. I don't even want to hear about her. Who is this Elan, anyway?" She then runs to her father and says that she has something very important to talk about. Her father says he's busy and will talk to her later. She insists that she needs to talk right now. He scolds her behavior and tells her that if it's that important, she should go talk to her mother instead because he doesn't have time. Hearing this, Raphaelia feels deeply hurt and says she won't talk to anyone anymore. She leaves angrily. Rovell witnesses all this and tells Sovel that he shouldn't have acted like that. He should have listened to his daughter because she might have come with something very important. Sovel agrees and says he'll go talk to her and find out what she wanted to say. Then the scene shifts and we see Raphaelia finally reaching her mother. Her mother is completely drunk, sitting there with alcohol. Her mother asks why she's here. Raphaelia says she has something very important to talk about. Her mother tells her to leave and says she doesn't want to talk. She asks for her wine bottle to be refilled. The maid says she has already had too much to drink and should stop. Her mother gets angry and shouts at the maid, questioning her authority. The maid calmly suggests drinking some water instead and hands her a glass. As Raphaelia tries again to talk to her mother throws water toward her face, but the maid steps in, and the water splashes onto the maid instead. The maid tells Raphaelia to leave, saying her mother is not in the mood to talk. Raphaelia refuses and insists on talking. The maid then takes the wine bottle and leaves. Raphaelia's mother screams, telling her to put it back, but the maid ignores her and walks away. After that, Raphaelia asks her mother why her father has changed so much and why he doesn't listen to them anymore. Her mother explains that her father is a very busy man and probably has a lot of work, which is why he didn't listen. Raphaelia says that can't be true, because he's still her father and should listen to her. Her mother agrees, but then says that they are commoners who were brought here from outside. That's why they are treated this way. And here she keeps provoking her daughter even more. Just then, we see the grandmother arrive and ask what is going on here, but Raphaelia doesn't listen to her at all and walks away. After that, the scene shifts. She tells Lauren to step outside because she wants to talk to Sovel privately. She then asks Sovel what all this is about. Sovel asks what she means, and she replies that she's talking about Raphaelia. She asks why Raphaelia is becoming so aggressive, and what exactly is going on between him and Raphaelia's mother. She points out that Raphaelia's mother is always lying around completely drunk and asks what kind of situation this family is in. Sovel apologizes and says that he honestly doesn't understand what they want or what is happening anymore. She tells him that no matter how busy he is with work, he should at least give some time to Raphaelia. Raphaelia is always waiting for him. She reminds him that Raphaelia doesn't let anyone come close to her except her mother, and today even her mother didn't listen to her. She asks if he can even imagine what Raphaelia must be going through. Sovel says he doesn't understand why Raphaelia is like this and why she can't be more like Elan. At that point, she snaps and tells him to stop. Elan is Elan, and Raphaelia is Raphaelia. He needs to stop comparing the two. She then gives him a final warning and tells him to go and talk to Raphaelia properly. Sovel responds by saying that he has been thinking about enrolling Raphaelia into the academy. That way, she will be around nobles and learn how noble life works, how they live, and how they carry themselves. Raphaelia's grandmother replies that he should do whatever he thinks is right, but in her opinion, this is not a good step. She tells him that he first needs to talk to Raphaelia and understand what is really going on with her and why she is changing so much. Sovel agrees and says that he will keep this in mind. After that, the scene shifts and we see Elan once again treating people. She treats a man, gives him medicine, and tells him to take it on time. After taking the medicine, the man says, "All right, healing princess, I'll do exactly that." Elan is surprised and asks what he just called her. The man explains that everyone has started calling her the healing princess, so the name just slipped out. He apologizes. Elan smiles and says that it's okay and that she actually likes it. Then we see Rovell and Sovel arrive. Rovell says that they've done enough work for today and tells Elan to stop and take some rest. Sovel agrees and says that they've done really good work today. While they're talking, Ori shows up and says that she also wants to work with them. Sovel looks confused and asks what's going on and how she could possibly help them. Ori replies that she's been sitting around all day watching them work, and now she feels like helping too. Elan immediately says, "Mom, this isn't a child's game." Then she adds that if Ori helps directly, it could be bad for the humans. Ori's presence could have serious effects, so she suggests that Ori should only help the people of Earth, while they handle the work here themselves. After all, her father and uncle are already there to help her. At that moment, a warm and wholesome family atmosphere forms between the three of them. When Soval sees them together, he is reminded of his own family, Rafaelia and his wife. After watching them for a moment, Soval quietly walks away.